Podcast.
So
Welcome
to our podcast first episode,
Page 127.
page 127. And before you know what I'm saying, look crazy or whatever, the idea of page 127 is simply an open book. You think about a standard book, say you got 300 pages, split it down the middle, or whatever, you get page 127.
I don't think that's how we came up with 127.
Not the number specifically, but we wanted it to be like, not like page 4 or.
I understand.
Yeah.
Or 150 exactly.
Do you want to explain how we actually got to 127?
I forgot some.
That was the split cost of the last little thing.
Oh,
That's how we got 127 exactly.
Hey, look, we're gonna be doing this on YouTube mainly, but eventually, I don't know if we're gonna do the first podcast. We're doing a lot of them. When we put them on YouTube, maybe Spotify, Apple Music. I have no idea yet, but if we're on those platforms and you're listening, go ahead, hit that like, whatever they do on there. So follow it, subscribe to it, all that type of stuff. And if you're on YouTube and you see this thing right here, don't worry about it. I'm returning this table because they charging too much. I'm not trying to pay for that. So yeah, don't look at that.
All right. So,
Guess you got to introduce
yes,
yourself.
my name is Eric. To my left,
It's
we have
Brandon.
Yeah.
And Lamar, you feel me?
There we go. So, do we want to talk about why we started this?
We can.
Okay.
Let Brandon start that off.
Okay, go ahead, my boy.
I think the main reason we started a podcast was because a lot of the times, like, we be having like these long, random discussions about different things, and it could go like 2-3 hours before we even realize it. So, I think that's one of the main reasons we decided to make one. But they can elaborate more if they want. So,
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Basically it.
But it's not like, I feel like we don't be just, I mean, yes, it'd be rambling, but it can have some sort of substance to it. So, you know what I'm saying?
All the time.
Yeah, so I think that's,
all the time.
at least in my brain, I was like, this is a cool conversation. Maybe somebody else could benefit from this or just, find some sort of entertainment from it.
yeah.
So that's pretty much why we're here.
So that's 100% correct.
So what was the first topic that we wanted to talk about today? Let me go back to
We got the intro in.
Oh, and we're all friends from
high school.
24.
23.
Actually,
23.
though, we could do a little backstory on that. Like, I
Okay,
met this.
we can do that. Go ahead. Yeah.
I met this man, 6th grade.
6th grade.
Don't remember
How?
any specific event, but since
Just
6th
there.
grade, and then we really started getting close, like in 9th grade. After we had like a biology class and we was just joking around the whole time. But this man right here, though, I've known this man since I was like probably 5 or 6.
Yeah, probably.
But then he moved away.
Yeah.
He moved away probably like 3rd or 4th grade.
It was I think mid 3rd grade or
yeah,
probably after 3rd grade.
But I think the funniest part about this is he moved away.
I moved a lot.
He moved a lot, and then I moved out of the school we went to. We both went to a school in DeKalb County in Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
But I think the thing was, I got to high school. I moved to Gwinnett, and I became friends with Lamar, and then randomly, I think this was in like 10th grade.
Nah, it was second semester, 9th grade.
Second semester,
or
9th grade.
First.
Maybe first.
Second.
I don't remember, man. I just remember like we both looked at each other like, "What? You look familiar."
Yeah, but I didn't really know like why. It was just like.
Yeah, and then at the time we had like a lot of mutual friends, and then
Really?
it just yes,
At that time?
yes, we were sitting at the same lunch table. That's how that happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So then we like reconnected and was like, "Did you go here?" and blah blah blah. And then we
Yeah, that was
realized,
crazy. He was like, "Yo,
yo, what?
I remember I went home. I told
And
my
then-
mom. She was like, "Brandon Johnson." I was just like, "Yes, bro."
And then
Brandon.
the more crazy part to me was y'all two lived across the street from each other at the
Hey, I
time.
was to that part.
But it's okay. It don't matter.
I understand.
It's,
I understand.
that's what was mind blowing to me. I was like, what? Like, it was crazy. But yeah. So
Yeah, we lived across the street from each other. Played basketball. Not every day because
Yo, you good? Chill.
But yeah, we had the same bus stop, all types of stuff. So we became friends. We have the same, not mindset, but we have the same
We have similar
thinking
Point of
capacity,
ways
views.
of thinking.
ways of thinking. There we go.
Point of views on things.
Not even point of view. We actually differ in a lot of the
Not point of views.
Oh,
But like,
I'm just wrong. My bad.
I guess the openness of thinking, observing things,
Okay.
and
not-
elaborating on those type of stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly, but that's basically how we became so close. Because if it wasn't like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially with
Hey, chill out. Chill on me.
But did you? I feel like we talked about. I'm sure we talked about this, but like you was like my first friend outside of school. Like I didn't go outside
For real?
at all.
You never said
Really?
that.
Yeah, bro. I didn't go outside at all. So I don't know if you remember, but it was like really early, like first day, second day of school. You just knocked on my door. You was like, "You trying to come outside?" I was like, "What? What do you mean?"
Nah, I've
Come
never
outside.
actually heard this. This
Really?
is no.
I haven't heard that either.
Well,
Yeah,
you walked across
early.
the street and knocked on the door to someone you didn't know. I would never do something like that.
I did not know him. We had the same bus stop.
I know, but it's like I wouldn't have done that. Would
Bro,
you have
it
done
was.
that? I don't
Bro,
think so.
I didn't go outside.
It's like
Exactly. So you definitely wouldn't have done that.
I was always outside as a kid, and in that neighborhood, there's 30 people outside at all times. We playing basketball everywhere,
Oh,
Yeah.
and I see him. I'm like, maybe he wants to play basketball. Maybe he wants to.
That's
do
how
something.
It
like,
was just so, bro. I was like,
that's how I became friends with a lot of people back in elementary school. Like my house had the hoop, the in-ground hoop or whatever it's called, right? So people came knocking on my door. Hey, you trying to play? Like,
Just so
like,
they use it.
so they don't want to just use my hoop, knowing I live there. So they're like, hey, you want to come outside? Like, and that's how I became friends with a lot of people back in the day in my
crazy.
old neighborhood. But yeah,
yeah, bro. I don't. That's why it was like weird. Like I had to ask my mom. I was like, "Hey, can I go outside?" She was like, "Yeah." So I remember thinking like when we was walking to all the like 6 hoops that was in the neighborhood, and I was just like, "I'm really outside." Like, and it's not. It was so weird. It was so weird, bro. I swear. But
so I don't know, man. I think the first topic we got for this podcast today is moving out. So I feel like,
Moving out.
yeah, I feel like you can elaborate a little bit better than we can.
What exactly am I talking about, though?
yeah,
Like the process of, trying to,
The process of moving out.
like moving away from your parents and things like that.
well, I think you should first talk about how it was living with your parents.
Okay.
Me personally, single mom. You feel me? I did not get along with my mom, and I had 2 twin sisters. Not my twin; they was twins. Didn't get. I mean, you get along because you get along, but you don't get along. You feel me? It's not like I'm trying to make a podcast with them. I'm living there.
Yeah.
So had to get up out of there, and eventually, I was looking for a place to live, but I was really lazy and didn't feel like actually looking. But then my friend, he was like, "Yo, this place, trying to move in, or what you trying to do?" So we went to look at it, and the way my bank account set up, I couldn't get approved at normal places because I had like a self-employed type income, but my credit, hey look, my credit 800, no cap.
Gotta throw that in.
I got to, but so this place they approved me because my credit was better, and they just took his income or something like that. So yeah, moved in with him, and I stayed there for a little under a year. No, I don't know. The lease was like 13 months, and I left like 2 months early to go to my new place by myself.
Mm-hmm. You're not
I feel like-
forgetting. I don't think you're forgetting anything.
Did I live with him twice?
No.
Well, he moved in after you, but not in the same place.
Yeah, he moved into the same apartment.
I feel like I'm missing a place I lived at. I don't know why.
You're not counting Anthony, are you?
Nah.
No, that's it.
That's it then.
As far as I know, at least.
Yeah, because unless I'm missing something.
Well, yeah, I moved out of there, moved into my own spot. Hey, $1,500 a month for a 1 bedroom. Hey, look, I do not advise, but if you got the money, go ahead and do it because it was fire.
It was fire.
It was fire. And now I'm in a 2 bedroom with my significant other for $2 a month.
Yes, sir.
That's
Significant other.
still a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That's still a lot of money, but I don't advise. But go ahead and do it.
If you got it, though.
If you got it, go ahead and
Me
do it.
personally, I don't, but you know what I'm saying.
So
Each his own.
that's just me on moving out. Brandon, what you got to say about that? Because you know you've been on your own for like what 30 years.
Nah, so like I lived alone for about a year. Living alone in the military was kind of weird, to be honest with you, because like at first, you know, you have a lot of like roommates and you're always around people 24/7. But after like in the middle of the summer, I started living alone, basically till I left the military. It was weird because you don't have any like, you know, like when you live with your parents, you always got like responsibilities and stuff that you gotta do so they don't get mad type of stuff. But when you live alone, it's all up to you. Like if you don't want to do nothing, you don't gotta do nothing. Like, which could lead to, you know, bad habits being created. But
For sure.
but like, you know, you learn to do stuff for yourself. Like you want to keep the place clean, you keep it clean. Like if that's how you want to live, that's how you want to live. And I learned that. So, but I don't know. It was just like also like one of the things that's like, I guess I don't even want to say it's a problem that could happen, but like I remember like when I was alone, I could just my sleep schedule would be all over the place. Like I would work 9 to 5. Really, no, I would work 7 to 7. Really, in the military type of stuff.
Big difference.
But like on the weekends, like I used to just dedicate Saturday. I just used to sleep the entire day. Like I didn't get up, do anything. I would sleep and eat. That's it. When I had time off, because that's what your life turned into in the military specifically. Like it was just way too hectic and it was crazy. And I just was, you know, chilling on the weekend. And Sunday had to do some work anyway. So I only really had like one day where I didn't have to do any military activity.
So if you wanted to be social, was that like an option there? Or was
Oh
it
yeah,
like,
so like where I was stationed at, like on the weekends, like as soon as Friday night after it was called Final Formation, which is basically like your last meeting of the week, people would just immediately leave, take off their uniform, and just go to the bowling alley, go off base, and start drinking, partying, whatever. As soon as it was done. So I don't know, if you wanted to be social, you could be social.
Oh.
But a lot of times people won't, at my base, people won't dare long enough. So a lot of people just stay to themselves and, you know, trying to just get through. Because I was at a tech school and then I ended up being permanently stationed there. So a lot of people only there 3 months max. So then,
Okay. That
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's probably like 4.5 months if you in the longest class there. But other than that, it was...
While you're on that topic, how do you feel about the military? Is it worth it for... Who is it worth it for?
That's a good question.
All right, so for me, I feel like the military is worth it if you don't really have like a specific plan what you're gonna do after high school, or like if you're tired of working like these 9 to 5s, warehouse jobs that I feel like is very common right now in like 2023. Like a lot of times, a lot of people I'll hear about, oh man, like I work at the Amazon warehouse, I work at blah 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 warehouse. Like that's what a lot of people do nowadays. And if you get tired of that, I feel like the military is a very stable type of job where you could get a job and they provide housing for you if you want to stay on base. And it, you know, just provides a very stable life in general, like compared to like out here working. That's what my parents told me. So like once I graduated high school, because I wasn't like a good student, not because I'm not smart, I just didn't care back in the day. But a lot of times, like my parents would just be like, "Yeah, go in the military," and I was like, "Nah, I'm not finna do that." And then eventually, I just smartened up and did it, and it was a good decision. So I would recommend it if you really don't have like a specific plan.
And is that why you went? Because you didn't have a plan?
Correct. When I was in high school, I didn't care about, you know, schoolwork. I went to school every day. Don't get it twisted. I'm black, so my mom sent my ass to school every single day, regardless if I didn't want to go or not. But you know, you just gotta figure it out. Like if that's something you really want to do, then military could be for you. Just depends.
So Eric, and we skipped over you about the moving out. Go ahead. What's up?
I mean,
'cause we know you don't live on your own.
yes.
What's your
live.
thoughts on that?
I mean, I felt like at some point I felt like it tried to, like I had tried to have a bad outlook on it. Like, oh my God, I'm 23, I still live with my mom. I mean, at the same time,
Which isn't bad, by the way.
it's not bad. At all. For one, it's not like I'm not paying any bills. I've been paying rent since I was in like
0.
10th grade, bro.
Wait, what?
Yes, bro.
Well, that doesn't make sense to me.
I've been paying since I was 18. I think
That makes
Senior
sense. 16, 15.
No, bro.
No, that does not make sense to me.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So, my first job, you know what I'm saying, that was whatever, was at Provino's, and I was getting...
That was your first job?
That was your first job?
That was my first, I was working with my uncles and stuff, but it wasn't
Oh,
like...
yeah.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah. But that was my first job. That was going to that regularly. So I would sometimes walk, get a ride, whatever, from school. And I was getting like, I think $9 an hour. And at that time, shoot, that was fantastic.
It was.
What, $9 an hour back
Yes,
then?
bro.
Oh, Lord.
10th grade. And,
Yeah, it did seem
I
like
didn't
a lot,
have any
though.
bills at the time. So I was getting like $450, $500 every 2 weeks. I don't know. So...
Balling.
Saying out loud is crazy now, but like
back then, that was balling,
bro,
boy.
what?
Can't even cover my bills.
I didn't have no phone bill or nothing. So then all of a sudden, I found out later that it was my godmom's idea. But anyway, my mom, she was like, "All right, so now you got to pay." I think she started me off at like $200 or $250 or $250 every month. So that cut my. But I was buying like crazy. I was getting shoes all the time. Buying whatever, buying other people's stuff, just splurging.
That's normal.
Yeah, right. But she hit me with the rent, which helped me like, okay, I can't spend this much because I have rent, and I actually took it seriously because I wanted to like get those practices of budgeting and stuff like that. So I could have just been like, no, I'm not going to pay you, and then had to deal with the whole.
I don't know. I just
that scenario.
Not to call your mom out on that, but it just seemed kind of weird as a child to make you pay rent when you're gonna live there regardless.
But you need to know.
Depends on how you think about it.
Yeah, and I don't think it was a bad idea at all. Because for one, it did stop the crazy spending that I was doing, and it just allowed me
stuff
to.
You didn't need.
Yeah, I was buying like there's no need. I don't need 3 pairs of shoes every day. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like,
I see the point of it, but I don't think I would do it personally.
hey,
I don't
man,
think
you
I
don't
would
have
do
to,
it.
and that's the good thing about growing up. When you,
I would.
Well,
you
you
don't
make
have
your
to.
kid pay?
I give them allowance and make them pay.
That don't make.
How
because
does
you
that make
give
no
them
sense?
you give them the
It's
resources.
not that it don't make sense, but you giving them money and they got to give it right back. So you might. As well
I mean,
just
they don't
keep
have to give me the whole thing. It depends on what they want to do. It just depends on the situation. It's not like I'm giving 100. Hey, give me 100 back. No, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
But I'm giving them allowance for stuff they do around the house,
Okay.
and then if they want to go somewhere, they're gonna pay me out of their allowance.
Okay.
Or
I think it
once they
shows
get
you.
older,
It gives you like
It gives
real
you
world
a sense of
practices.
responsibility.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
people
if you
need
just
that.
grow up, you know what I'm saying, just having
Yeah,
everything.
people do need that because
And
some people.
you probably see it now in your peers, like people like
are-
they call their parents or whatever, and they be like, "Yo, you don't
I've never asked my.
you don't even put
mom-
gas in your tank." You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Bro,
stuff like
that's
that.
that's crazy.
I don't ask my parents for. I mean, I live with my parents again, unfortunately, but it's pandemic, whatever. Pandemic happened, right? That's a point I didn't. I forgot to say when I got out the military. I got
Come on,
out.
sir.
Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot to mention that I got out probably 2 months before the pandemic started. So after that, it was. I got unemployment for a long time after that, boy. For a whole year.
I
But,
never got to enjoy that unemployment.
Yeah, unemployment was insane.
I did for like 4 months.
I was making
0 months. We had to actually work more because of the pandemic.
I'm not gonna say a specific dollar amount, but it was a lot of money for.
Oh, is it more for military?
I don't know. It's due to what income you were making beforehand.
Oh, okay.
But I was getting extra for some reason. I don't remember why. I just was getting a lot of money every month. It was.
They coming for you.
They're not.
They are coming for you.
They said appreciate it.
No,
That's all we needed.
They're not coming for me. I
They're
promise
coming
you, they're
for I
not.
promise they're coming.
They're not.
They're coming.
This was years ago.
They're already here. Do you
All
hear that?
Hey man, look, I whatever the thing said, I did it correctly.
Okay.
I don't, I won't do nothing that I wasn't supposed to be doing. So
Sure.
I'm 100% sure.
They watching.
The feds could be watching, and I'll still tell them the same exact thing. Because if it was wrong, that's them that did it, not me.
That is true. They still want the money back.
Oh, for sure.
It don't matter if they gave it to you. They knew they gave it to you, and none. They still coming for it.
I haven't got any notices about that.
Bruh,
So.
did we talk about this? Did I tell you what happened with Aaliyah? They gave her set amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
The unemployment,
No, IRS.
like refund.
Refund.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it was because she hadn't had one in like a long time. So it was,
Okay.
my bad. Here you go. And then like probably 4 months later, they turned around and said, "Yeah, actually, we said that on accident. We're gonna need that back."
What? So wait, did she actually? Was she actually supposed to have that?
Well,
guess
according to them, yes. And she called multiple times, like, "Hey,
But I'm saying,
are y'all
like-
sure this is like legit and everything?" Yes.
But like, was she saying, "Oh, I'm missing money"? Type.
they just send it to her.
But I'm saying, like, was she actually supposed to have it? Like, in her, like, because like, let's say they send me $100 and I know I'm supposed to have 200.
Mm-hmm.
In my brain, even 3 years down the road, I'm still knowing I missed 100. Like, did she know she was supposed to have?
She
money?
hadn't been getting a refund for like
At all.
5-6 years, and because it was some like identity thing or whatever,
Oh,
something like
okay.
that. So yes, she was.
So
owed
she
the
knew.
Yes.
Okay.
So then it was like, here you go. Here's all that. You know what I'm saying? And then a few months later, say, actually, we need that back.
we need your identity to be confirmed twice.
I don't know what happened, but it literally doesn't make sense to me. And the initial thing was like, yeah, you have like 3 months or whatever to say something or to start making payments. But
what?
it was just,
Nah, bro. You
They're
have to
crazy.
come find me. You know, Cap.
I was
They're
just like,
crazy.
bro, that's insane.
Nah.
So, pay taxes. Pay taxes. Make
Don't
sure
pay
you
taxes. Run away.
Do not run away.
Keep
Run away.
You
They will
get
find.
got.
They will
Keep
find you.
Hey, no cap. Nah, I ain't gonna say.
All right, we'll leave that for another one. But back to living on your own or whatever. My first experience of not being sheltered was in college. And boy, oh boy, I had a grand time. However, I was not smart with my time. I didn't make good use of my time at all. I was supposed to be, but the thing I didn't know until like I got there, most professors don't really. They're not gonna like make you go to class.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna call you or nothing like that. So you either show up or you
It
don't.
depends though.
And I was like, well, shoot, if that's the options, I'm not showing up. We would stay up like literally all types of hours. It didn't even matter. Playing spades, basketball.
I did go to college.
You did, huh?
Okay. Okay, I'm thinking it out loud.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you did? You went to college?
I did
Yeah, he did.
with Tony.
But that was
You
for.
did.
But
I didn't go to class.
but you didn't go to class. Yeah.
I went to the college campus.
That was crazy though. I've been really confused about that whole situation. I was like,
I
all
never understood it to this day. I swear to God. Like
We're not gonna talk about it.
Right. But it was cool though. It was great living alone. It kind of experiencing, like especially from my household. My mom has been single mom since like forever, so she was always very very protective. But of course, at the time, you don't see it as protective. You see it as kind of like controlling. But as I got older and we started having those conversations, it was more like, I see where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Especially how she grew up, things of that nature. But once I had that freedom, man, I was really acting up. Now I wasn't like partying every day because I just personally didn't really care for that kind of stuff. But I was not. I didn't have my priorities in order, to say the least. But now, I will say that it is important to learn how to like be by yourself, not like literally just on my own, but I think it's important to get to know who you are outside of like certain boundaries and stuff like that.
yeah, that kind of segues into the part about living alone. Like, what's the things y'all learned about yourself the most when living alone? Like how you do things and things like that.
I do not like Dirtiness. Messiness is okay, but dirtiness is
Absolutely.
Those are huge differences too.
because
What's the difference? Because some people don't understand the difference.
Me,
Yeah,
my
go ahead.
laundry, sometimes I don't really feel like doing it all the time. Or like maybe you'll have like a shirt over here, a jacket over there, and some pants over there. It's completely different than having
Literal dirt.
literal dirt on the wall.
Dirty
I haven't
dishes.
vacuumed in a month. Dishes in it, like no.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
crazy.
big difference.
But that's I feel like that's something that growing up in a black household you learn. Like
I
you
don't
can't
think
not.
that's true.
No,
He
but
didn't grow up. in
yeah,
a
that's true.
Black
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I was gonna say like I didn't have the option to not do the dishes. I didn't have the option to not vacuum the floor. I didn't have the option
Yeah.
to not sweep. You do that every week, every day, damn near. Well, the dishes every day, but like
See,
sweeping.
that's why I ain't got dishes
Yeah,
now.
some things you do it every week, like laundry.
I normally
But-
typically I'll wash a dish as soon as I like
Facts.
when I'm
You're
cooking.
supposed
I
to.
clean it
I
immediately.
well,
At
I
least
grew,
pouring water in it. Get the,
Yeah, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying.
you put
Run
water
at
on
least.
it and stuff, but like I usually do the dishes at the end of the day. Like
Oh,
whatever,
no.
whatever gets piled up through the day, you do it. At
No,
night.
I don't like to
That's
pile up
crazy.
though. Well, let me not say that because
Unless it's too
probably
much.
like,
If it's
lying.
too much, like
How's
the
it too
sink.
much?
Like, well, I grew up in a household with 4 siblings.
True.
I mean, 3 siblings, 4 people, 4 children, including myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, over the day, like, if it's Saturday or something, we would, eat and have dishes in the sink. And then, like, my dad usually would cook dinner or something like that. He wants
Mm-hmm.
to cook dinner, so we got to clean the sink out so we can have dishes and stuff. And he have the, I don't know what the word is. Like, he can, be able to cook in the kitchen without
Hey,
having any
I got a
restrictions.
very important question right now.
Okay.
Because this is very, this is a very,
I feel like it's not important.
it is to me.
Okay.
Okay, what?
It's a very 50-50 question.
Okay.
Do you wash your chicken or not? This is not the whole question, just this is part of it.
Okay.
Do you wash your chicken or not?
Mm-hmm.
From the,
You
like,
mean-
get it from the store,
Yes.
your chicken breast, whatever. Do you wash that before you cook it?
100%.
Okay. Do you wash it in the sink that you do your dishes in?
No.
Yes.
Do you have 2 sinks?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well then you're different. So if you have one sink
Yeah, you have to.
and you wash it in the
Mm-hmm.
sink that you are washing dishes in, and you put dishes in there like they're dirty, you put dishes in there,
Mm-hmm.
is that not contaminating the dishes?
Yes, it is. So you should wash the dishes before, or you should empty out the sink before you wash chicken.
No, I'm not saying like that, but like if you wash the chicken, right,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put dishes in after.
I mean, it's going into the drain, so I don't count it as that.
I mean,
Not like the dishes itself is going to be touching what's inside the drain because it's
'Cause-
going into the drain.
Because apparently chicken has like bad bacteria or
Yeah,
whatever.
it does.
yeah.
I typically it depends on like the situation. If there's like if the part that I'm washing the chicken is empty, then I would just rinse it out. Like I'll
What you
kind of clean the sink out after I finish washing the chicken.
Yeah, true. You also do that.
Or I normally have a dishwasher, so they gonna be in the dishwasher regardless.
So a dishwasher, even like say you have chicken bacteria, you put it in the dishwasher, you think it's good?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
it should
just-
be.
Just
No,
just
'cause
curious.
There's a disinfectant part to it. So
Okay.
it's, the steam, stuff like that.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, at least
So-
in my brain, you know what I'm saying. Even if it don't, to me, it's like
It
it's
should
good.
While we're on that topic,
Okay,
because I don't cook at all, so I
Neither do I.
don't know nothing about
a
nothing.
little bit.
I mean,
But-
I can cook here and there, but I don't often.
I looked it up on Google, right?
Okay.
Gordon Ramsay doesn't cook his chicken.
You mean
Okay.
doesn't clean it? He definitely cooks it.
Oh, all right, bro. No one asked you.
I was like, what do you mean by that?
Doesn't wash his chicken.
That's
And
weird.
I mean, no, the science behind it is, if you cooking it anyway, the heating is going to get rid of the bacteria. 'Cause heat.
Right.
So instead of getting bacteria everywhere that you wash or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, just cook it. How do you feel about that side of the argument?
I mean, I see where he's coming from, but I'm gonna just do it as a precautionary reason. Just like I'm not, because like I remember growing up hearing about like, oh man, these people got salmonella and all that stuff.
That's some uncooked chicken now.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm still
I
just.
think, right?
I believe so.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Raw chicken. Yeah.
But I'm just as a precautionary measure. That's just the way I grew up. We just wash it, just like rinse it off, get all like just mess
And
with it,
also-
make sure it's clean before we eat it.
It's normally not just the bacteria. Sometimes, like if I'm making like chicken thighs or chicken breasts, I'll take the extra fat.
Extra
off too.
fat off.
So it's not just
Facts.
like
That
you
is-
know, it's like
I
also I'm taking
understand.
the fat off
Yeah.
too.
How do you hold on to the chicken when you're trying to do something? Because that thing be slipping out my hand.
I don't know.
I'm
kinda-
asking you, like,
Bro, actually, bro, it's funny that you say that. One time we was just making some chicken tenders, and you know they're very skinny, so you know I'm
Yeah.
just taking them out. Bro, one went completely down
The drain?
the garbage disposal, and I was just like,
Well,
oh well, on to the next one. But
that's funny.
typically, I mean, I don't know,
I usually just hold it in my hand. It's hard, like especially with the water running, but I'll get a knife and try to like cut it off without cutting yourself.
I don't even use a knife. I just pull it.
I
with the
can't
water.
pull it. It's not gonna work for me.
Yeah.
I have to use a knife.
I can't cook, so.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
But, yeah.
But we were on the topic of living alone, right?
Yeah,
Like the
Ish,
thing
yeah.
you was talking about the difference between messiness and dirtiness. Right?
that is
Oh, yeah.
correct.
Can't do the dirty.
I can't do
Did
dirtiness.
you ever deal with anybody that had like a dirty type of thing versus messy?
Yes.
No, but I've not like for example, me having one dirty dish in the sink is different than me not vacuuming for 10 months and the thing has like
Dirt.
outside. It's like you're outside,
Yeah.
but you're inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's different. But
it is
it's,
very.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it, but
I understand.
that's why. That's,
You say yes though.
Yeah, in the military,
Mm.
I had a roommate that was he was just weird and dirty and nasty type of thing where I don't know what he was doing. He was weird. I don't know. He was just weird. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to I don't really remember anything specific he did. I just remember he was dirty.
My
Specifically.
roommate at first was dirty too, like leaving hair in the shower, bro.
Yeah, that's
That-
annoying.
Bro, that was.
That's very annoying because
But it wasn't just like, you know what I'm saying, one piece. I'm talking about like
his whole head
whole
hair.
clumps just there. I was
You
like,
think
bro,
he going bald?
that's what I'm saying, but I didn't know until later that this man was just using Nair and just didn't clean it up. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
that was pretty nasty, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is
He
Some
was only
people-
there like once.
some
a
people
semester.
are just raised different, so
Yeah, for sure.
like he'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna clean it at the end of the week." Like, I think
Clean
you
it
should just
now.
clean it right now.
Yeah, you in the shower, bro.
Just get
let
the
it
hair out.
let it go
Like-
down the drain at least. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I wouldn't recommend that.
I know, but I'm saying
because-
don't leave it just right there.
Because when you let hair go down the drain, I'll tell you, it causes so many issues. Like your
But you
tub
can
will
unclog it.
damn near break.
The tub.
Yes, it will. Like water won't properly go down.
Yeah, but all you gotta do is get you some little liquid
Some
plumber.
Drano. Some
Yeah.
Drano.
nah, bro. Drano do not.
It doesn't work
No,
because I
listen,
promise
listen,
you,
bro,
sometimes
listen,
it do, sometimes it
I got you, bro.
don't. Okay.
I had long hair. My sisters both have long hair. My mom had long hair. Everybody got long hair. It's called a. I mean,
Snake?
I guess it's snake, but it's
Yeah.
not a snake. You
I
feel
know
me?
what you mean.
Bro, it's at Walmart. It's a Clorox brand, but it's like the snake type thing, but like with ridges on it, like a like you know what I'm saying. I don't know how to explain it, but you just put that thing in there. I'm small. It cleans it out perfectly. Drano does not work. I don't care what nobody says. It does not work.
I
Does not
100%
work.
It works.
feel you on
No.
that.
Don't buy
Drano, it's like what's the percentage I could give it? Like it works 20% of the time.
10.
It does not work often.
Probably not
I
a tub,
poured
but
I
in
poured
like
the
a
whole
sink,
bottle in it
maybe.
and it still didn't work.
In the sink or the
tub.
I'm
I
talking
don't-
about for hair.
For
just
hair.
for hair.
Oh, I don't know if it's like.
It
good
is for
hair.
that. It says
What it says
It's
shower,
supposed to be.
It
Yeah.
says shower
Oh,
type
okay.
things.
Well, never mind. I don't
yeah,
know.
but it works 20% of the time.
10.
5.
0. No, it's not.
Just don't buy it. Okay.
Don't do it, bro.
I would
Spend
not
it on
recommend it. It worked the last time we bought it. This is why I'm saying 20%, but the last like 5 times before that, it did not work.
And then you gotta use the whole bottle too, just for it.
And,
to
like,
maybe work.
It also says you need to use hot water, and I don't feel like that makes a difference. So they're
It definitely
lying.
does.
It does.
It loosens it up. Yeah.
I feel like it didn't make a difference when we did it before. It didn't. It still didn't.
I mean, were
work.
you in the drain?
I mean, you know what? No, I wasn't.
I thought you meant like with the hair making a difference because it loosens it up versus like it being like hard and crusty.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it unless you last resort.
At all. Wouldn't
Last
recommend at all.
resort.
Not even.
That shouldn't even be the last resort. That should
How
be.
about just get your hair out the damn tub
Yeah,
before it goes down the drain?
It is that simple. Just.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Like I said, I think it just depends on how you was raised, though, because it's like he never ever. I don't remember a time where he took a shower and it wasn't hair in there.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
All right.
but he was only there for like one semester. I came back in the second semester. He was gone, so I really have my own room.
I wonder how that works when someone like when you're supposed to have a room with someone and they just don't come back. Do they like try to? Because I've never lived on campus. I have lived in dorms before in the military, but like when someone like leaves, are they not trying to give you another roommate?
Well, at first, it like say if it would have happened like before the semester started, it's one thing. It's like they probably just put one in there like, hey, your roommate, whatever. But here's your new one. But he was like supposed to be there,
And just didn't show up.
He just didn't show up. And I remember I asked my RA, and I was like, so like, am I getting a new one? Can I use his bed? Like, what's up? And he was just like, oh, you'll probably get a new roommate. Just sit tight, blah, blah, blah. But he just never did. So I just used both beds, you know.
You know, son, if
Yeah,
that
I
was
get
me,
the
I would have
details.
not told him.
I was just curious. I was like,
Yeah, I know you were curious, but after I like, if I had asked this question, like if it would have happened to me, I'd have asked someone like, what happens if like your roommate's supposed to be there and he just never comes back? They'd be like, yeah, they're gonna try to give you a new one. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna just be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was cool,
you
though.
looking for blah blah blah? Yeah, he's here. He just I don't know where he's at right now.
Yeah. And I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to worry about the dirtiness no more. No, the temperature. I had
That
my
is
room
a-
on like 60 degrees all the time.
If you want a roommate, make sure they have the same body.
Yes, even when you get
Composition
a
is
significant other, that stuff is important,
Yes.
bro. I gotta talk about that. Like, hey, how you like to sleep? I like to sleep with the fan on. You know what I'm saying? Some people hate.
Do you
people-
sleep with a fan on?
No, I hate it. I can't.
I have to.
I have to.
I get sick. But I can have it on, just not on me. I can face the wall, like, but it's
No, I'm saying like a ceiling fan.
no. I cannot do it. I mean, I can. It's just
Nah.
I'll get sick. Like
I just don't want it to be hot. It doesn't
of
necessarily
course,
have to be a fan.
I have the like actual AC on.
To what though?
Whatever I need to have on.
Oh, okay.
So I have in my room specifically, I have a fan and a heater, not blowing at the same time,
Of
but
course,
it's like
that's ridiculous.
yeah.
Why not just get a fan heater?
Because the one I bought, I had the big fan, and then I just got a little small heater because it was wintertime. So it was because for some reason in my house, like I don't know if my mom does it or somebody does it in my house, where the temperature in certain areas of the house will be dramatically different. Like it's insane.
I don't think they can control that.
Yeah, I guess it's just the way the house is built. But like, if I go downstairs, it'll be nice and it'll be cold, really cold, and then I go upstairs to be hot in my mom's room. But then
No,
I go
heat
into
rises.
my room. No, I go into my room. It's ice cold in there.
Which is also upstairs.
Yes.
Okay.
Makes no sense. So this is why I turn the heater on. They be like, dang, Brandon, why is your room so cold? I'm like, I
He
don't
ain't got no
know.
vents in his room.
All I do, it's just, I don't know why it's so cold in there.
Did y'all ever open the oven to warm up your house?
Never.
Yes.
That was never that bad.
I've never-
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I've never had to do that, though. At least, you know.
Technically, no one ever has to. It's just like a
I don't
Yeah.
think there's, I don't think that I recall my family having to do that.
bro. That oven.
But
be
we have had
working, too.
situations where we didn't have heat.
I
We
do
just
think
stayed cold.
Brandon is the more well off out of us three.
Definitely
Yes.
family wise for
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely
family-wise.
family-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that that's, like,
Good or bad.
good or bad.
Just stating that as we're talking.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
there was a situation where like we had it rough. Like we didn't have a car, we didn't have anything really. We would walk into the store and stuff. We lived across the street from the train tracks. I remember those days, and it was just like, man.
indicator.
We lived in
Yeah.
Lithonia.
Oh.
It was kind of rough because this was right after, like I forgot what it was called, like the 2008
Oh.
market crash
Stock.
type of thing.
Yeah, housing, whatever.
Yeah, and we like, we moved out of the house we lived in and moved to a small townhouse. It was like a 2-bedroom and
2-bedroom. How many y'all? Like
6. Actually,
That's tough.
and then my sister from Virginia came to move in, so it was 7.
Wow.
So it was 5 kids to 1 room back then.
That's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's different. Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Even though like we was.
Well, actually, it was 4 to 1 room. My baby brother was in my mom's room. He was just born. So.
Dang, new kid and a smaller house.
Yeah, my mom was a trooper, man. Like in 2009, like right after that, she went back to school and was pregnant and had a full-time job.
Shout out to moms, man.
Yeah, because it was insane. That's how I even got into YouTube. That's like my origin story of how I got into YouTube. I had to watch my brother while my mom went to school. So I used to go in her room and get on the computer. This was in 2009, so yeah.
Wow.
Long time ago.
Well,
but I think the next topic we had was dating after high school. Now, I don't really have much to say.
yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I have nothing to say.
If
You have nothing you want to say?
Bro, if you have nothing to say, I'm not saying nothing.
That's what I'm saying. We can end this right now.
I have things to say, but there's nothing. I haven't had a stable relationship since I've been out of high school.
That has nothing to do with dating.
Yeah.
Okay, dating, like dealing with women.
There you go.
Okay.
You know.
I have plenty of examples.
We know.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, man.
Start it off.
You know.
First of all, think about what you want to. What do you want
What
to
do I-
portray right now?
I don't know, man. It's like I've had a lot of like. Do I want to say what did Jada Pinkett Smith say? Entanglements. I've definitely had an entanglement. Entanglements are terrible. Never would recommend it. Your feelings get hurt, and you just sit there wondering like, why did I waste time? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a time waster. Like a lot of times, I think one of the biggest problems I be having is like, It's hard for me to. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I have a problem like actually liking a woman, like, and it's not because like I dislike women. I love women, but it's like for me to specifically like one and want to be with one, it's extremely difficult.
Why do you think that is?
Because I be thinking of it in the aspect of like I have to spend time with her every single day. So if I'm not getting along with her on most things, it's gonna be rough because I'm not gonna want to be around her all the time.
Well, even in like a marriage, which is I guess ideally the highest type of relationship you can have, you're not gonna always get along with your spouse.
Yeah, that's true.
But you have to find somebody, or hopefully you can find somebody that you are okay with that. Like, yes, we're not gonna get along with everything. Willing to, what I'm saying, and not even to avoid arguments, because you need to have those arguments to just get the better viewpoint of both parties. But
know what people don't like.
Yeah, because if you just always agreeing on something, like, it's probably boring, honestly.
I can see where you're coming from, but I feel like one of the things that I don't know, like living with a girl would be interesting to me. I haven't done it yet, but I don't know. Just like
depends on the girl, man.
Behavior patterns and habits that each person does
is really important.
I don't know. I just haven't had the opportunity yet. Maybe I would like it. I don't know. Well,
hopefully you do. I mean, me personally, in my experience of it, it can be really good if you have a good person with you. Mm-hmm. I haven't really seen any like examples of somebody living with their spouse and it was like bad. Granted, I haven't seen that many at all, but I've seen like older people have relationships where it was like very, very how do you say it, like first level type thing. Like they have sex and that's pretty much it. Like they didn't really have a connection for real. Like,
so is that even I guess that's a relationship.
If you call it a relationship, it's a relationship. But like it just seemed like they didn't have a lot of
a sexual ship. That's what it seemed like to me.
Sexual ship, sure. But it seemed like that was their foundation of their relationship, and I get that's really common, which is sad. In my opinion, it's sad. But it just seemed like
I feel like for me that comes last.
What, sex?
Mm-hmm. No. That's like the last thing I'm thinking of.
You say you come last, or
okay.
like you just? Are you saying
I'm not saying it as a pun. No, I'm saying it
okay.
like that's the last thing I'm thinking of. Like when I'm trying to.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
Can I ask you?
Because I can
5 things that come before it.
Is he sure, Eric?
Okay. You said 5.
Just 5. I was gonna say 10, but I'll just say 5.
Okay.
This is the last thing, you know what I'm saying?
Habits.
What?
Personality. I'm struggling already.
Okay, name 3.
Okay, I mean, but I feel
No. We're not
You
gonna skip
said
past
that's
that.
the last thing. So
I mean,
like,
okay, how do
what
I-
things are before that in your?
But I need like
No, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying,
I'm not.
bro. We've had plenty of conversations.
Okay. Let me rewind this. Let's rewind it. Okay,
Nope, it's
sex is
staying there.
not the most important thing to me.
There
I
you
would
go.
say that. Instead of it being the last thing I'm worried about, it's not that important to me.
He's still
It's
lying,
important,
but
but it's not the
I like
most
his
important.
words.
The most important thing to me is the person's personality. 100%.
And what exactly are you looking for in the personality? Because
wait,
you can
before we
break
get
that
to
down.
Before we get to that,
Mm-hmm.
what is the first thing you're looking for in a girl? Like you,
Her look. What she look like.
Eric.
I'm
Well-
not gonna talk to someone.
Hey.
Okay, my bad.
Eric.
For me, now it's changed, and it also expect for yours to change too as you get older too.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now,
Don't listen to him.
they have to have a good foundation with Jesus, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I see.
Okay,
why
now I
you
see why he
changed.
said that. Okay.
Now, but I still do not agree with that. But I understand your
So
Yeah.
what's your first thing then?
looks. Of course,
Okay.
you can't. With me, I'm not gonna come talk. I don't talk to nobody, but I'm not gonna
That's
come
true.
and talk to you if you don't even look good enough for me to come talk to you. You feel me?
I think it's important in terms of like getting a relationship started, but a relationship lasting, I don't
Oh,
think
100%. Like looks. Once you're in the door, it's out the window.
That's the first
Like,
impression, right?
But like, why is that so important if it don't even matter for that long?
because
I can't be attracted to you. I have to be attracted to you
yes,
Okay.
to even start. But
But if you have to be attracted to somebody to start it, like what is it like? What like in your own opinion, why is it so like headstrong in terms of like dating?
what do you mean by
If you
headstrong?
just needed to start, like for instance, if it only take $50 to start a business, but that business is gonna last for a week, you're not gonna pay $50.
Okay, but what if you spend that $50 and it lasts for 2 years?
I'm saying, but like that $50, it will have to be something else that's more important to why
Yeah,
it sustains and
Afterwards,
lasts.
but you can't start it without that $50.
that's true.
Not necessarily.
Yes, if
You-
it requires $50 to start the business, you can't start it without that $50.
Yes, but also in the relationship, like what if you meet somebody, and I'm not trying to say that like you should just looks aren't important.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but like I just want to see like if I don't want to bring any names up, but like say with the situation that you've experienced at this particular time, right? You weren't necessarily
You talking to him?
Yes.
thought you
we talking. I'm not talking to him, but we talking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There was a situation where you wasn't attracted to said person at all until you know what I'm saying y'all started talking blah blah, blah. And then now all of a sudden you could have seen
But wait,
yourself.
I don't like this. He can't argue my point because I like to argue my own points.
I wasn't.
But
I mean,
we was talking. And then now
He's
you're
using
talking to
me
him.
as an example.
yeah, I'm just giving you an example
But
of
I don't know what
like
example you're talking about.
you do, but
You don't.
Not without the information that can't be said.
I'm not even saying, bro. Look, like you remember what happened? What
No, just give me an example that's in general.
I just did.
It's in
why?
general.
Why do you need it in general?
Because obviously you can't see what happened.
I just did.
Bro, I don't know what you're talking
Basically, he was talking to a girl that he wasn't necessarily attracted to. They started talking, and then he became way more attracted to her.
Okay.
Not look wise.
about. But that's on him. He answered looks first.
It's still
No,
important.
but look, he answered looks first. You need it. He should rebuttal that. I can't rebuttal his. You know what I'm saying?
You said looks first too.
Yeah, but I can't rebuttal his situation because that wouldn't happen to me.
Oh, okay. I see what
You
you're
see,
saying.
I mean, that would not happen to me. I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
I'm not
You don't
finna
think
come,
so?
No, I'm not about to come talk to you to be friends or anything unless I'm attracted to you.
You can't even be friends. So you attracted to me?
with the
Like, what's
other
up?
with the other gender, with the other gender.
So you don't have any female friend that you're not attracted to?
No, I don't have any female friends at all now because we out of high school. You feel me?
That's true. Yeah.
Interesting.
But all my female friends, they were attractive. Even if I wasn't attracted to them, they were attractive in my eyes. Like
I think that's what that means. You're attracted.
no, because like I didn't like them. Type.
I don't think you have to be.
I'm just trying to put it out there.
Okay, yeah.
Like I didn't like them, but they were They look good. You feel me?
Okay.
Okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So
Interesting.
You don't see them as that.
Right? Yeah.
So like, even in like a setting like say at work,
Mm-hmm.
same thing.
I mean,
What do you
yes.
mean?
Like, what if your coworkers are just cool and you just don't look that good? You just not gonna talk to them at all.
I mean, if they're working next to me, well, if they're working right next to me, then eventually you're going to talk and
Okay.
whatever.
So okay, I just
No, you be quiet.
okay.
Eventually you're going to talk and do whatever, but I'm not going to put that over the looks. Like I'm not going to say, "Oh, let me try and date her because she's really cool." I'm not going to do that.
Really?
100% not going to happen.
Wow.
And that also with my person, I mean, my viewpoint on looks is different than everybody else's, but they have to be attractive to me, like not to the world. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say I'm just not like a typical, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if it's just some random girl that just came up off whatever.
Yeah.
But I would say I don't
No.
think every girl I find to be like, oh man, she's cool. She has a nice personality. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be attracted to her. It's not even if I talk to her a lot. That doesn't mean I'm gonna grow attractiveness to her every single.
What does that have to do?
No, I'm just going off the point he said, where he said, because he was surprised.
Eric,
He was surprised. He was surprised that you wouldn't become friends with someone that or think about dating someone that you thought was really cool. You know what I'm saying? That a female.
but you still don't have to become attracted to them to date them. Is what he's saying. Like it's not.
Oh, I guess that wouldn't work for me. That wouldn't work for me.
But where he pointed out earlier the situation that you had, that you are going against what you're saying right now.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
Can you explain that?
I mean,
Give as much details as you want to.
I would say to an extent, I understand what you're saying, but I'm still attracted to that person at some capacity. Like
Is
But
that,
you said-
is he lying?
Well, I can't say that he's lying or not.
You can.
However,
You can.
you're right. I will say that I remember you said you weren't attracted to her, and if that changed at some point, her face didn't change. She don't look any different, unless she does. I really don't know. Right. So if she don't look different, the only thing that changed was your feelings for her. Therefore, she became attractive to you.
I don't know. Maybe, but I feel like it might be more the case that I didn't notice before.
No, there's no
Yeah,
such thing.
she has the same face.
There's
I
no
know
such
she
thing.
has to say,
There's no.
What do you
such
mean you
thing.
didn't know this?
like, I guess I wasn't looking at her. in that
Were your
way.
eyes closed?
Yeah,
There's
'cause,
no
like-
such thing, bro.
You can say you didn't notice how nice she was, how kind she was to you, how caring she was. Yes, but like her face probably
Visually,
was,
you cannot say
was the
that
same.
Okay.
unless you're talking about something else. Like I didn't know how cute her toes were, something like
That's
that.
crazy.
No.
But her
Face?
That's the first thing humans look at is like your eyes, like they,
Okay.
you know
I
what I'm saying?
mean,
Yeah,
You can't say that. You're lying.
he didn't even say that.
I mean,
You're lying, bro.
okay. I mean, I don't know.
No, you're lying. It's okay.
I'm not lying.
Bro, you are lying though,
Well, how am I? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna argue that point. It's no point.
because you lying. Like,
I'm not lying.
I don't know what you want from me. You're lying, bro.
I swear I'm not.
So you're telling me you looked at this girl, she was not attractive to you, but a week or whatever later, she became attractive because you didn't notice that she was attractive.
Okay, that does sound very stupid.
Exactly.
You said it.
That sounds very stupid. Okay, it's more of like I wasn't trying. Eric is right then.
Oh, I mean,
Or you're right too.
just not you.
I'm wrong.
Just not you.
That's just how it is. I ain't never
I
wrong.
do understand that, like
I just didn't. I guess what I'm trying to say. I didn't see her in that way. Back.
You didn't want to be with her until you found out she was cool, like Eric is saying.
yes,
Yes.
And Eric is right about you, but not me.
which is okay.
Which
Of
is
course.
okay, yeah. But
Not
No,
that,
it's
for
not
you,
okay.
not
That's
for you,
that's
not for
terrible.
you.
But
It's not terrible.
It is.
it's not always terrible.
It's not terrible. I'm not like. It's not really terrible, but I just think it's bad to like put that over a lot of things because
I'm
once
not putting it
changes-
over. I'm not putting it over.
You said it's first.
It first, and then it goes like.
Oh,
this-
just
yeah,
okay.
then it
Okay.
just drops off.
So say you, the finest girl, say your significant other right now. What if she just gets really unattractive physically to
Doesn't
you?
matter.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter now.
No, I just said that. It comes first. That's the
Oh,
first
okay.
thing I'm looking at. But after that is what I. Obviously, you can't look unless it just depends. But you can't. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
What?
Doing drugs and then your face changes.
Oof, that's
That's
tough.
some different
Okay,
stuff.
that's. I feel like. I mean, yeah, that's kind of fair if you end up leaving a person because they got into drugs or something like that. Because that's a
There's a lot that
dramatic
comes
change,
with drugs
right?
too. It's not just like
Yeah.
your face is ugly.
I'm just saying that's just like not even looks wise. I'm looking about lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's a dramatic change.
It
Like if
is.
you wasn't doing drugs before and then all of a sudden now you're a crackhead. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I might
But-
leave.
Like to my point,
Yeah.
if you're the most beautiful girl in the world, I'm gonna come up to you or whatever.
Yeah.
But after that, if I don't get along with you, then I don't care. Like it's you out of here. You feel me?
Okay.
But you have to be attractive first for me to make that first step.
So if they're attractive to you first, why is it that if they become unattractive, it doesn't matter?
Because I already have not just become unattractive. Like if I'm attracted to them and then the next day they're unattractive, it's not gonna work. But if I've already built up to the point where I love them and I have feelings for them, then it's like okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm already. You feel me?
Okay. I got you.
But if it's like next day, I don't even know you yet.
Has that happened before? Like,
No.
oh,
It's
okay.
not possible. How your face gonna change like that? next
I mean,
day?
your face won't change, but like maybe you just aren't attracted. I guess this goes
Like
into
Br-
feelings thing, yeah,
like-
like what Brandon
like
said,
Brandon.
but just the opposite.
Okay, but I was gonna say, what about like when a girl like you see her and like I don't want to see. I don't like to call it that, but like her makeup makes her look dramatically different. So the first time you see her,
nah, I already
I ain't
know.
think about that.
I already noticed. Like I can tell you wearing makeup, and me, I'm not looking at with your skin color, whatever, smooth. Nothing. I'm looking at your facial structure and your like I look at like outlines of things. I don't look at like
okay.
if they have like a little mustache that you can't really see. I'm not gonna notice that, but I'm gonna notice they jaw going this way. You feel me?
So the person I'm thinking of, do you think that?
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, do you think that the way that they are portrayed on, say, like social media is vastly different in terms of like, say you see that, do you see them in person? Because I remember me and Brandon both was like,
Yeah.
what do you think about that? In
What
terms of like
exactly-
how he was saying like she can have the makeup and everything one day and then the next day look like that.
What exactly are you asking?
Yeah,
Kinda
I'm
like-
a little confused
like-
myself. I ain't gonna lie.
Say your first time, walking up to them, they look like this,
Yeah.
and then the next day it's like,
But I'm already knowing that's not them.
Okay.
Like in the
Okay.
back of my head, I'm already knowing. So I'm like, I'm not gonna base my judgment off of what I see today. Type stuff. I
Okay.
need to see bare nothings. You feel me?
okay.
But I'm not
Okay.
going.
What? Speaking of that, what are your thoughts on that? Of course,
On-
not your specific person, but just in general, like
Using
makeup.
Makeup?
or not even just makeup, but also like body enhancements and stuff like that.
Thoughts on it?
Thoughts on it? Is that something that was like, nah, if she got this, can't do it, or like,
I don't see it as, for makeup specifically, I don't see it as something that I am going to be like, oh no, I can't date that person or whatever because they wear makeup trying to enhance the way they look. Because I don't go out the house if my hair is sticking up like this and this part is down. I'm gonna
Fix
try and
it.
fluff it out. You feel
Right.
me? So, damn, fix it. But because me, I'm a very visual person. I like to look good and look at things that look good or make my stuff look good or whatever the case may be. So I'm not going to disregard that person because of the makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That makes
Body,
sense.
what about body enhancements? Same type of thing.
I'm a little different on that. I would have to say, let's see. I would probably say I would not. I don't know. It just depends on the situation.
BBL.
No, it depends on the actual situation.
Oh, okay.
The person, how exactly they look.
Well, if that was like the thing that was like, oh, I'm gonna talk to her because she has a nice butt,
Oh,
and then
and
you
then-
find
then
out.
you find out?
Yeah, it's like
I mean, if it looks nice, it looks nice either way. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't care at that point. Like if it,
oh, so you don't even. So it's not even. You don't really care about the body enhancement. You just don't want it to look like weird.
I feel like
I would prefer it not to be done, but if it is done, then it's like
it is.
if it. It's like I would prefer it not to be done, or like say I'm with somebody, I'm like they want to get it one done. No, you're not doing it. It's like I would prefer.
Why not?
Because like I just said, I would prefer it not to be done. Just
I'm
because,
saying like, why do you prefer?
just because that's just
Natural. I don't know.
me. I just don't want it to be done. You feel me? Just like you don't like the color green or whatever.
I'm cool with color green.
I'm just saying, like you don't like the color green. You can't really explain why green is an ugly color.
Mhm.
You just I don't
You
like
could,
that
you
color.
might have a backstory though.
You could. I'm just saying, but it's more than likely not a color or something small like that. You're not
Yeah.
gonna
Mhm.
just that same scenario.
Because some people have a viewpoint of like, if you weren't born with it, then you like it's
I
kind of
don't.
like a, you know what I'm saying. That's
I
why
don't.
that's why I was curious.
I
to see.
understand.
Yeah.
I think for me, I like women can do whatever they want. Most of the time, like I don't care if a girl wears makeup or not, because you always want to look your best when you go out,
Yeah.
regardless.
But what if it makes them look worse? Which most of the time it does.
makeup?
Yes.
I don't know girls who
I
Yeah.
know
look worse.
all of
with-
them.
A lot.
I don't really know girls that
It's
look
funny
worse with
because
makeup.
I feel like I'm not gonna say every girl puts on makeup for guys per se,
Yeah.
but like we'll just say in high school at least that was a
Yeah.
very big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But most guys that I know of at least don't care
Don't-
about makeup
or don't
at
want it
all.
On them at
Right.
all. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I don't understand like what I wonder what made it like such a thing like to where
Probably
it's,
some celebrity.
Other
Maybe.
women, like I don't know, other women be complimenting each other on how they look.
Social.
but
Mhm.
even
Social
sometimes
media.
they compliment on the makeup themselves. Like, oh, you did your makeup well. So
Yeah.
it's like it's not even about like attracting.
Yeah,
As well, I don't know.
that's why I said if they want to wear makeup, I'm 100% fine with it. If she doesn't want to wear it, I'm also 100% fine with it.
But
But
what
I gotta
about
be
the-
attracted to her.
What about the first appearance? Like you see them with makeup and you're attracted with makeup, and then you become attracted, or like
And then you wake up the next morning,
Yeah.
it's like, and she looked like you. You know what I'm saying? And then what?
It depends on how bad, how drastic the change is.
attractive to unattractive,
Right.
Yeah,
Which can be a very big gap. Jump.
or a very small gap.
Very true.
I guess I don't know. I'm like 50. If I like the person's personality by that point,
The next day,
not the next day,
Hey,
but
you can have a good conversation.
I don't know.
nah, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You have a really good conversation.
I mean, that's still like the person enough.
To be,
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I just like to be like cool. Like
I guess
me
maybe
and you have a
not.
conversation, and next day, I'm
If
like,
it's a
alright, cool.
drastic change, then nah. But if it's like you look basically the same, you just add
what if
makeup
it's-
as enhancement.
I've seen some crazy transformations.
I
bro.
have too.
Like insane.
I could like a girl if I put makeup on.
100%.
I don't think I could
Yeah, you could.
look like a
Bro,
woman.
makeup is technology is.
Bro, they
advanced.
can literally make you
Technology?
look like a dinosaur.
Yes.
No,
they can make it look like
okay,
your
yeah,
head
yeah.
is popping out.
Okay,
Literally.
yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, okay.
Literally.
I know what you're talking about. Okay. I don't know if it's like one of those like transformations. Basically, I don't know if I can do it 'cause that's a bit extreme. But if a girl just want to wear makeup to feel more pretty or to enhance herself, I'm 100% fine with that. BBLs and things, that's also kind of extreme. Especially more of like if I met you and you looked a certain way and then you got like a BBL and things like that after we were dating already. I don't know if I would necessarily before that because I liked you the way you were. You didn't have to do that. So, but if, like I said, if she feels like she wants to make herself feel better, like self-confidence wise
For herself.
for herself, then I'm fine with it to an extent.
But I feel like a lot of times it's not for themselves. Like, of course it's for themselves, but it's like, well, I don't look like that, so I want to look like that. Which is like,
Well, it's,
I
it's
think
still for themselves.
That's still-
though.
it is for themselves, but for the wrong reasons.
Correct.
Like it's like, dang, like
Yeah.
you can't appreciate.
But I
it, you know what I'm
can't.
saying?
But I can't judge a person if they don't like the
Yeah,
way
you
they
can.
look. I don't know.
Judge
Of course, I mean,
I wouldn't personally.
I wouldn't judge you for that, but like it's like dang, like that's the difference between, in my mind at least, from like makeup and like the whole body enhancement thing. It's like makeup is like cool, you know what I'm saying? Freshens up, look nice. Same way like I go get a haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then when you get to like, I want a BBL because even if you want a BBL because you want your own butt to look good, cool. But if you want a BBL because that person's butt look like that,
because
and
Cardi
yours
B got it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
like
something like that. It's just like, dang. Of course, you know, again, to each his own. But like, I think that's where it like gets kind of sad in terms of like it being a big thing.
It's crazy though, cause like people will want one just to make it their butt bigger, but it will look disgusting, and they know it looks disgusting, but they just but it's the biggest thing in town. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
And I be wondering like because it's funny because you see it be like,
why?
you know, like what was like maybe it didn't look like that the whole time, but now just, you know what I'm saying,
now it looks bad.
suffering from it. And what about that? Like there's a lot of repercussion that comes afterwards. I heard sometimes it just fall off. It can bust and like go into your, you know, organs and stuff, and it can be a whole situation.
I guess I would. You gotta help her through it if you dating her and she got that. But
Why would you let her get it in the first place?
that's true.
But what she just had it? You know what I'm saying?
No, if she already had it, that's different. I'm talking about like if I'm with the person,
I would
not
be
getting
like, I would still help her, but I would be like, I don't know if you should have done this. Like maybe this was a mistake. I don't know.
no, it was a mistake. 100%.
I mean, but what you gonna do at that point?
I mean, I guess you gotta. At that point, you just gotta get it fixed. So
That's tough.
I ain't gonna just get rid. I'm not gonna do that. Because by that point, like for it to start falling off and falling apart, it's been years probably. I would hope.
It
If
depends
it
on
fell
the
off in
quality, I
6
guess.
months, if it fell off in 6 months,
is
I'd be like,
crazy.
damn,
That's tough though.
That's tough.
that's a lot of money.
So
wasted.
do y'all have any like I almost said ultimatum, but that's not the right word. But like any one things that like say your girl or whatever, she do that
Deal
one
breaker?
thing. Yeah, any deal breakers.
My specific girl or a girl I'm trying to be with.
You can do both.
Okay, go first.
I'm gonna go last.
Okay,
Why?
go first.
I
I
wonder why
went
you
first and last then.
All right, you go first then.
I think me and Aaliyah was talking about this, but I don't think I had any like one thing that was just like
Okay, what's 3?
it was just like it had to be really like like super betrayal. Like
Cheating.
I mean, I remember I used to say like you know, like that's it, whatever. But until I was in that position, it was just like, well, dang, you know, like it just opened my perspective a little bit. So I don't know if I can even say that. Like now I'm saying, yeah, like nah, that's it. But I really don't know until like it would happen because of this. Like it's super bad, of course. And not to, you know, like say it's okay at all, but like I don't think I would be able to logically say right now that I know exactly what I would do, because I really don't know for sure.
So before I say what I have to say, like a deal breaker for like a girl you're talking to, like so a girl you meet, like something that you be like, nah, I can't
probably
date her.
just lying for no reason.
And then a girl you're in a relationship with, deal breakers. Like there's 2 different ones.
I mean, whatever.
Okay, so if I met a girl and I was talking to her, and a deal breaker for me would be like her, huh? Am I lying?
Are you lying?
I haven't even said anything.
Are you gonna lie?
No.
Okay.
If she's
Was that a
loud, if she's like loud, that's like my number one thing. Like
Really?
Yeah, like if she's like a loud person, like wanting to yell.
That is definitely in my top 10.
Yes, like loud. Like
Or is
I don't
it
know how to explain it, but you know what I'm
range?
talking about. Like people know what I'm talking about when a person's just like loud. I'm basically the anti of loud.
That's
in
incorrect.
general.
You're the loudest one on this podcast.
I mean, my speaking voice. I'm just talking about like you going out and you wanting to speak to every single person.
How was that loud? I was not thinking about that.
Me neither.
at
I
all.
thought you
Okay,
meant like
but no,
I was thinking like
'cause-
high school yelling,
Bro,
hot Cheetos, fighting type
one
stuff.
of mine is being loud, and I'm thinking of, like, bro, calm down.
Yeah,
Just-
stuff like that. But I guess I'm thinking of
you
two
just
things at once. I'm thinking of 2 things at once.
well, explain one thing at once.
Okay. someone who's loud, like just naturally loud, like they want to be yelling and screaming at everything. Basically, I don't like that. And I guess someone that's like too overly friendly, wanting to speak to every single person. I'm more of an introvert, so I'm not that type of.
This is the girl that you have not
known yet. Like I'm getting to know her, but I can just tell like she's a loud person and she's
overly
overly
friendly
friendly with people.
But she's not with you, so she's trying to.
Yeah, but that would be a deal breaker for me.
Why would that be a deal breaker?
Yeah, I would like to hear more about that.
Just because I don't
like. She's being overly friendly.
Would you
she's
prefer to be
overly,
rude to you?
Yeah, she's being friendly with you too.
Yeah,
she wants to be
true.
with somebody, and she's trying to see who that somebody is.
But I don't know. I don't like someone that's like trying to talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But what if she's trying to find that one person?
She can't just. All right, I know that's the person, so I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She can't do that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I mean, I don't really disagree.
Do you have
with
any
you.
examples that like so we can see where your boundary is? Because when you say friendly, I'm just thinking like.
Well, I said overly
general,
friendly. Like
what does that mean to you though?
I guess like I don't know how to explain it. Like a million dudes want to come up and give her a hug, and she got like a million different people that she know in a certain place. I'm like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm not trying to, because I feel like a lot of stuff can come from that. Like I don't want to say drama, but like it's too many people. I have a small circle type of thing. Yeah, so I don't know, but I think the overly friendly part, I think I could get over now that y'all
So
have
it's not
mentioned
a deal
it.
breaker.
But it's the loud thing. It's the loud thing, 100%.
So is that
100%. A person who is loud.
Come on,
no.
bro.
I have a deep speaking voice, so it just naturally projects. But like a person who's loud and wants to be yelling and screaming and stuff like that, like no, I don't get down like that.
I'm gonna go with my this last thing we're gonna talk about because we passed the hour first podcast. That's about enough. You feel me?
That was easy.
That was easy. Well, the deal breaker for me for when I'm in a relationship is
I didn't
the
even
lack
mention that, did I?
of respect. You sure didn't.
I was gonna say, okay, something in a relationship is like, I guess like anger issues, like breaking stuff.
That's not out of relationship too.
I mean, I hope I
You
wouldn't
can punch
see
him in
that.
the face until we
I
get
hope
together.
I hope I wouldn't see that beforehand, but I feel like that's something that happens afterwards. Like you were just saying, like how people are like friendly to me, like when you're talking to them, when you
That's true. People do put.
But I
us
highly
aside.
doubt someone's gonna be mad enough to want to fight me or punch me or break something of mine while I'm getting to know them.
I don't know, man. You're not loud enough.
You don't
for me.
know.
I might have to.
I mean, yeah, I guess that would be a deal breaker that I didn't think about, but beforehand. But like in a relationship, like we have an argument or something, and she want to like break stuff. Like no, that's insane to me. I can't do that at all because I'm not.
What if you know where it's
I don't get
from?
mad about stuff. Like that's one of the things people have said about me the most. Is that it takes a lot for me to actually get angry.
What about that person gets mad because something something actually happened that they should be mad about?
You
And
can
they break
be
something.
like
You
you
want to give
can
an example or no?
I mean, he started talking, so you know what I'm talking
but
about.
I wanted to hear it.
It's okay. They hit a curb. I don't know, and they're mad.
Why are you mad about
the
that?
car broke down. Like I don't know.
Okay.
The tire came off.
Yeah, you can be
Dang.
mad.
I'm pissed, bro.
You could be mad, but I'm saying like
I know.
like something like if you get mad, like let's say you get into a car accident and you hit a curb, right? I'm just saying in general, like an example, like you hit a curb, and when you get mad, you get out of the car and throw your phone down the street and break your phone. Now, like what are you doing?
So your deal breaker would be stupid mad.
Stuff like that, where like, oh, we get into an argument, so you throw my PlayStation off the balcony.
But if they throw your pillow, you're okay.
That's still, I still don't want you throwing anything.
But what if they're mad for a reason? You feel me?
I still don't.
What's
you could
something
be
that
mad.
you did?
Huh?
What if you
You accidentally elbowed them in the mouth,
right
and they don't want to hit you, so they hit the wall.
and then leave a hole in the wall?
That's still bad.
But you,
because I apologize.
You knocked your tooth out, bro.
But
Yeah.
Apologies don't fix the tooth.
That's true. That
but,
tooth's still
but
on the
what
floor.
if you punching the wall though?
Take your anger out instead of taking that on you.
Yeah.
I still don't like that because
Hey, look.
I mean, of course, I don't think people just do it on purpose. Like,
I don't.
all right.
Because I don't know. I'm not. Well, if I elbow someone in the mouth and knock their tooth out, I feel like it's fair for them to do the same to me.
So you
Obviously,
would rather them do that to you than punch a wall?
I mean, I don't know.
No. Answer that question. You would rather them hit you in the mouth rather than hit a wall?
I guess so.
Are you serious right now?
Yes. I don't understand what punching the wall does. If you hit the person back,
okay,
that's
look.
the person that did it to you.
So if you stab somebody in their eye with a knife,
Wow.
you would rather them stab you in the eye with a knife than punch a wall.
That's crazy.
No, that's that's more
That's the
extreme.
same thing though.
But I don't understand the point of punching the wall, creating damage.
So what's the point of punching you, creating damage?
Because I'm the person who did it.
But I'm taking my anchor out on the wall instead of taking my anchor out
But
on
I feel like that's just creating an extra problem.
No, the extra problem would be you having your tooth out too.
I don't know.
Because then you gotta go to the doctor for two people, or you just call one doctor and one wall fixer.
I don't know.
Probably YouTube the walk.
Well,
How about
this in general? Someone that wants to just be. I see what you're saying, but someone who has who wants to hit something in general. I'm not that type of person. I don't hit things. I'm not throwing anything unless it's like a game, like a video. Even then, I don't throw I've never thrown my controller. Like, I don't know. I didn't tell you this the other day, but my brother, he was playing Fortnite or something, and he broke his TV. Like, I was like, how did you break your TV? Oh, snap. I'm not supposed to say that. My dad didn't watch it. My dad doesn't know this. My dad doesn't know this. But it's like, why would you break your TV playing Fortnite? He threw the controller at the TV screen. Like, what do you
I actually
doing?
know somebody who has really bad anger issues when it comes to that. But
Gaming?
Gaming? Yeah. I really don't know what it is. You know, like, I guess some people just take it more serious.
I mean, I can get mad at the game. Sure.
They're just not as good.
Or they are good, so when they do bad, it's like, you know
I understand that way too.
Like, I can get mad at the game. I understand it.
I would not.
I would never break the stuff that I have to play the game on. It doesn't make sense to me. Like,
You explain it like that?
Yeah, it's just like,
No, I can't play it.
so-
I can't play at all. No, that's insane to me. I can't do that.
That's funny.
But you guys say yours before we end it.
Lack of respect.
Okay.
is there?
An
I feel like if I
example?
ask you a follow up, it'll keep going.
Go ahead.
Like, is there anything like specifically that comes to mind when you said it, like lack of respect, like
An example?
Yeah, that came to your brain, maybe.
No,
Okay.
no examples.
Just lack of respect in general.
Yeah, so let's see. Like me, I'm more of a observant person.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a random example I just thought of just now. So if I go park at Walmart, right, and I have this female with me in the passenger seat, if I see, no, that's not respect.
Maybe it is to you.
It would be to me. Okay, look, I'm gonna just say it.
Okay.
So let's just say I park, but I'm parking on the side of the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's cars coming by. Like if I open my door, I'm gonna hit it, type stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But the passenger door is by the car, and I'm just go over there. I'm like, don't open the door yet, and they do it anyway.
Okay.
Even though there's no car there, it's still like you didn't listen to me.
Just because.
It's my car. Like just. Why are you not respecting what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I understand that.
That's not like a good example of what I'm trying to talk about, but that's just.
It's kind of like
it's
I feel like that's like I mean, I don't want to interrupt your thing, but it's kind of like just picking like a fight, just making you mad to make you mad type of thing.
I don't think that's the.
Well, I'm saying lack of respect leads to like seems like a person like trying to mess with you to pick a fight type of thing.
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's what it seems like to me.
Because
sometimes.
if you don't like your shoes being stepped on or whatever, and I step on them anyway, I mean, I guess
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna make a person mad.
But I'm not doing it to make you mad. You feel me?
But you just told me not to step on your shoe, and you step on it anyway. Like
I'm not doing it to make you mad. I'm doing it because.
I don't know.
Just cause.
Wouldn't that make a person mad though? Like
I mean, yeah, it could
Yes.
make them mad, but I'm not. It's not the person's not doing it to make them mad.
Okay. I don't know.
So you say if they are? Do you think that's the respect
They
thing
are
that
what?
you like doing it to like?
Make you mad.
No, just because he said I'm not. Just because he told me not to, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh no! If it's to that point, then they gotta go like yesterday.
But that's kind of respecting you.
No, just even if they don't mean to, it's still lack of respect. Like if don't open the door, they didn't.
But if they didn't mean to, then it's
No, I'm
like,
saying they didn't mean to do it to make me mad.
oh,
Type
okay,
stuff,
okay,
but
okay.
they I just did
I'm
it
gonna do it
anyway.
anyway.
Yeah, like
Oh, okay.
that's still like respect in my eyes.
Interesting.
So I would
So do you feel like you have to have control over the situation?
not control, like, cause like they could say, "Hey, don't open your door." I'm not gonna open my door because of whatever reason they said.
Oh,
So it's like it goes both ways.
Oh, okay.
But if I say something that needs to be done, not like if it's like go do your laundry, well, it don't have to be done right then, but it needs to be done. You feel me?
Okay.
So that's just my thought process on that.
Okay. Well, I guess we getting to here.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
near the end.
Page 127.
Page
Hit
127.
that
y'all.
subscribe, follow, like, comment, all types of stuff.
Thank y'all for listening.
Whatever
Especially if y'all
platform.
stayed through this long.
Hey, if you stayed through this long,
This is a very
comment
long
down below.
podcast.
if you're on YouTube and you stay this long, comment down below.
Anything, it don't matter to me.
What I don't know. Hey, look,
You look like you had something that you was
You
gonna
had
say.
respect.
Respect.
Comment down respect, and then
You want him to put
I'ma
a little
send you
fist
$1.
thing next
You
to
gonna send him $1?
I'm gonna send you $1.
$1?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Let's hope.
What if this blows up
What
to
if this
like
gets
a
a million
million?
views?
Oh, hold on. Now, if I get a million views, I'm getting some kind of money from the
You won't have
video,
$1 million
so I don't
Okay,
care,
but $1 million?
bro. I got you, bro.
All right.
Hey, look,
Alright.
I will get a loan. I will do whatever I got to send everybody else because
I don't know about that either.
if this blows up to 1 million, let's say this get 1 million views, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
We monetize instantly. People trying to pay us to put like sponsored videos or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Our next video gonna get at least 100,000. You know what I'm saying?
You still need $1 million though.
That's a lot of comments.
That's a
though.
lot of
That's
comments.
a lot of comments. I don't think people.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Yeah, but-
we did say comment, so
Yeah.
I
a
did.
view.
It's
and
not views.
comment
Views is very-
the
way
view to
different.
comment ratio.
A
is
million
usually-
comments, you getting 10 million views.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I'm getting money,
understand.
bro. I'm getting.
Okay, at that
I'm
point,
getting
you probably
paper,
could. You
and
probably
they not
could.
getting paid. They getting me. I'm sending to you. You know what I'm saying? Not getting paid. Comment down below. And
All right,
we
y'all.
out.
Appreciate y'all.
It's been nice talking.
Till next time.
Till next time.
And we out.